Okay, so let's imagine you've just been using the Matilda for training, left, right, forward, back, and so forth, teaching your horse to stand still. And then you want to go for a ride with this. Now, eventually you won't need this at all. Like you currently, I just had a friend just send me a message with a picture of the bit, the bit and the bridle, saying, "Don't need this anymore." That's awesome. You don't need your bit and your bridle anymore. You've got a rope whisperer now. Okay, now you're using your rope whisperer and your Matilda for training, fantastic, on the ground, and you want to transition to riding. Okay, great. And you may have had a horse which has had a bit and it's been heavily handed on the mouth. I get it. You want to transition safely. Great. Use a Matilda, but eventually you won't. You'll transition off this, and then you'll start tying off down at the gusset down here, and then eventually you'll even get off that, and you'll just ride your horse with simply a neck rope like this. Or you can do both. You can have this plus that. But let's go through the first step of getting off a bit. Okay, you're not going to ride with a bit anymore. Great. Then put your Matilda down through the first loop like this. What's your name, Smokey? Can you come forward one step, Dane? Walk on. And then, whoa, that'll do, just there. See, ask, release. Okay, so down through that one, up through that one. Okay, done. And then you make it fairly even, so it's either side. Good. And then all you do is you feed your lead rope up through one of the loops, say this loop. Now, just have a look on the size of your horse's head. You may need to put a little loop in here, knot in here, just so it bumps up against the loop. So I'm going to put one simple little knot in there. So the knot is the bit that bumps up against the Matilda. There we go, little loop there, little knot, I should say. Then poke this up through here, and then round the back of the horse's neck. Yes, darling. Hold that nice and steady while you do that, because you don't want to go bumping into the horse's. Sorry, that you don't want to go bumping into the horse's jaw when you're doing this. And then simply get this and poke it up through the end of the loop there. Put a simple overhand knot there. You're finished. That's it. So then you've simply got, good boy. Can you see that? Yeah. Don't come forward. Just come forward a little step. Oh boy. Walk on. Hey, walk on. Smokey. Good boy. Walk on. One more step. Good. That'll do. Okay, have a look. So what you end up with, of course, is your reins coming up on this side and your reins on this side. And then that's it. Okay, and then eventually you won't need that. You'll take that off and you'll pop them through without the Matilda. But that's a good way of transitioning from using a bit to bitless. Okay, thanks.